Hi everyone, myself Dr. V. J. Ignis, Professor, Department of Computer Science, Dr. NGP, Arts and Science College. Now we can see the title of Unified Modeling Language. Here we have some of the subtopics of Unified Modeling Language like Introduction to UML, Object-Oriented Concepts, UML Basic Notations, Summary. Let us see one by one. So, introductions. The Unified Modeling Language is a standard language for designing and documenting a system in an object-oriented manner. And it's language by which technical architect can communicate with developers. It's a language by which one can express design of a software architecture like a blueprint of your source code. The UML may be used to visualize, specify, construct, document, and the artifact of a software intensive systems. The UML appropriate for modeling system ranging from enterprise information system, distributed web-based applications, and also real-time embedded systems. And also it's very expressive language. Likewise, addressing all the views needed to develop the particular software and then deploy the such system. The UML is only a language and just one part of software development method. The UML is process independent, although optimally it should be used in the process or use case driven, architecture centric, iterative method, incremental method. These are all the under comes from the UML process independent method. A modeling language such as UML is thus the standard language for software blueprint. And it can be defined as a simple modeling mechanism to model all the possible practical systems in today's complex environment. Now we can see the object-oriented concepts. The object-oriented concepts under comes from like some of the UML concepts included in the process. Here, the UML can be described as the successor of object-oriented analysis and design. An object contains both data and methods that control the data. The data represent the state of the objects. The UML is powerful enough to represent all the concepts that exist in object-oriented analysis and design. Here we have some of the fundamental concepts of object-oriented concepts. Like object, it means object represent an entity and a basic building block. The next one is class. The class is a blueprint of an objects. And the next one is abstraction. Abstraction represents the behavior of an real world entity. The next one is encapsulation. The encapsulation is the mechanism of binding data together and hiding them from the outside world. The next one, some of the fundamental concepts of object-oriented concepts is inheritance. The inheritance is the mechanism of making new classes from existing one classes. The finally, polymorphism. It defines the mechanism to exist in different forms. The next one is UML basic notations. The basic notation is a very important concepts of under comes from the UML topic. Some of the basic notations are classes, objects, interface, collaboration, use case, actor notation, initial state notation, active class notations, component notations, finally node notations. Let us see one by one. Objects and class. Here, object is real world entity such as a pen, laptop, mobile, and some of the keyboard, mouse, etc. The class. Here, the class is a group of similar objects. Here also, the company name, car company name like uh, Ford and Toyota is the object, and car is the class name. The next one is interface notations. The interface is represented by a circle as shown in the following figure. Like it has a same which is generally written below the circle, like the student applications interface with the student name. The next one is collaboration notation. The collaboration is represented by a dotted ellipse as shown in the following figure. It has same written inside the ellipse. Like the group of representations, like we can enter in the additional informations into the ellipse. The next one is use case notations. Here, the use case is represented as a ellipse with a name inside it. It may be contain additional responsibilities. Here, use case, the uh, register, register student, the name of the student, and also we can enter in the additional informations in the ellipse. The next one is actor notation. Here, an actor can be defined as some internal or external entity that interact with the systems. The actor notation is an actor can be defined as some internal or external entity that interact with the systems. The next one is initial state notation. The initial state is defined as start of a process. This notation is used in almost all diagram because each and every process we can start initial state in the UML concepts. The next one is final state notations. The final state is used to show the end of the process. This notation is also used in the almost all diagram described to end of the process. The next one is active class notations. The active class look similar to a class with a solid border. Active class is generally used to describe the concurrent behavior of a systems. Like active class contain name of the class, name of the attributes, the name of the operations. The next one is component notations. The component in UML is shown in the following figures with the name inside. Additional element can be added wherever required because the institution interface with the institution name, and also we can give the additional component can be added. For example, we can give address of the institution, communication number of the institution, or any other informations can be given in the institutions. The next one is node notations. Here, a node in UML is represented by a square box as shown in the following figure with a name. A node represents the physical component of the systems. So, a node in UML is represented by a square box as shown in the following figure with a name. A node represents the physical component of the systems. Here, we can give some of the physical component of the system. For example, we can give the student details or staff details, or we can give the some of the product details also in the server. So finally, we can conclude the some of the topics like under comes from topics UML is the main goal of UML is provided a standard notation that can be used by all object-oriented methods and to select the integrate the best element of the notations. So main aim of goal of the YAML is provide a standard notation that can be used by all object-oriented methods and to select the and integrate the best element of the notations. Thank you.